Terminal, open hollow floor door.
Shh. Dan time. Fact checker friend, if those are the Destiny on tape tapes, just chuck them into the pool right now. Okay? The marketing department was wrong. No one wants to spend forever listening to a good book.
I wouldn't call the giant book of Destiny on tap good. It's confusing and depressing, and then sometimes randomly happy. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Dave? What are you doing here?
He's a junior intern now in the writing department.
No, copy aid. Dave is the bartender. How did you get into the writing department? I've been floating sample Destinies past there forever and never get a response.
Well, I told the head writer Lolita, the last time she spent the entire afternoon at the bar, that I liked her new haircut. One thing led to another. Hey, I've never had the chance to listen to a Destiny on tap tape. Why don't we spend the afternoon?
Destiny on tape? Don't you have work to do?
He doesn't. The whole writing department and ma'am are on a team building excursion to the pleasure planet we haven't named yet. We'll do it soon.
Wait, if they're all on a team building excursion, who's writing Destiny?
Well, they were going to leave me in charge, but then decided to see what a bunch of monkeys sitting on a typewriter forever could come up with. So, how about a little listening party?
These aren't the Destiny on tapes. These are the latest shipment of Languages by Osmosis recordings. I use them to improve myself.
Is that even possible, sweetie?
I'm going to be the first to sleep with them under my pillow.
The princess and the pea brain.
I'll have you know that when I learn all of these new languages, I will talk about all of you behind your backs, and you won't understand anything I say.
I don't understand.
Dave, don't you ever read this book thing we are working on?
It's busy up at the bar. Sometimes I skim.
Anyway, the Languages by Osmosis recordings were originally manufactured on the planet Sprague, where they have 3 distinct seasons: wet, windy, and wonderful.
Sounds like my last girlfriend, am I right? Can we talk about something else? Weather is boring.
The weather on Sprague is pretty important to explain their technology, Dave. See, in the season of wet, it rains so much on Sprague that the whole darn planet becomes an underwater planet. In the season of windy, hurricane-strength winds blow non-stop and blow everything that's not triple bolted down into the ground there, up into the air.
The rest of the time, it's wonderful.
Destiny is filled with minutiae like weather patterns. Is it any wonder I skim?
Anyway, in order to cope with such diverse seasons, Sprague's evolved the ability to switch from solid to liquid to gas forms.
Very interesting. I think I'll go upstairs and watch the monkeys tap.
Tape.
Type. Dave, this actually might be interesting to an aspiring writer such as yourself. See, aside from their ability to spontaneously switch states, the most fascinating thing about Spragues is their genetic predisposition for linguistics.
In fact, they love learning new languages so much that they developed spacefaring technology just to go out to acquire new ones.
Still boring.
Okay, the easiest way for a Sprague language hunter to acquire new languages is in their
Cup.
liquid state.
But fish languages aren't that interesting, so Sprague language seekers often go hunting in their gas state.
Wouldn't the snake alert the locals to their presence?
Air. I think she means air. See, once a Sprague language hunter identifies a particularly articulate speaker, they pour themselves into a glass and try to look as inviting as possible.
While getting drunk, the new language is absorbed through osmosis.
That's nothing new. People try to do that at the bar all the time.
I think she means while being consumed in a liquid state.
A quick pee later and they're on their way home.
Yeah.
The trip home is pretty smelly, but they say it's worth it for the new language.
Back on Sprague, the new language is transferred onto a recording, which is then transferred to a listener during sleep.
Don't think he gets it.
I don't understand.
See, Dave, it comes down to the third law of basic Newtonian physics. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The action, the language comes in through osmosis. The opposite reaction, the language also leaves the recording device through osmosis.
Osmosis.
All things being equal.
Sprague Cellular Languages buy osmosis recordings to fund their space program. If you buy them in bulk, you get a discount.
This is what the writers at Destiny have come up with to acquire new languages? No universal translate? No little fish you can swallow or stick in your eye or something? I'm gonna go upstairs and see what the monkeys have so far.
Oh, hey, Dave, could you send the sun guy, please? Thank you.
Terminal, let me out of here.
While being drunk, the new language is absorbed through osmosis.